Resident Playbook Episode 2 review: the day you almost gave up, but stayed anyway. Let's be honest, being new at something is hard. But being new in a hospital, where every mistake could mean real consequences, is a different level. Resident Playbook's second episode hits right at that nerve. This isn't just about long hours or hard work. It's about doubt. It's about being pushed, dismissed, ignored, and choosing not to break even when you really want to. At the center is Oh Ye-young. Smart, sincere, and already running on empty. She's barely had time to settle into her new life at Yulia Medical Center. She's still unpacking her past. Still carrying the weight of a family that fell apart, still repaying debts that aren't even hers. And now, she's stuck under the thumb of Dr. Myung-eun, a fellow who seems to enjoy making others squirm. Every move Ye-young makes is scrutinized. Every mistake is amplified. She's told to clean up messes she didn't cause. She's thrown into chaotic situations without backup. And when she asks for guidance, she's met with cold eyes and clipped responses. There's a moment where she's on the phone with a patient, trying her best to explain something gently. Dr. Myung stands nearby, listening. Then, in front of everyone, she cuts in and says, "Why are you doing it like that? Are you stupid?" It's humiliating. But Ye-young doesn't fight back. She swallows it, like she's done 100 times before. But the pressure keeps building. Later, Drive. Myung lies, says there's an emergency surgery, and disappears, leaving Ye-young to face another department's wrath. She becomes the scapegoat, again. The frustration reaches a boiling point. Ye-young slams her locker. She throws her ID on the table. And she says the words she's been holding in. "I'm broke, not spineless. I didn't even want to be here." She storms out, dragging her suitcase behind her. But just as she steps into the night, a code blue comes through: an obstetric emergency. A patient is crashing. Ye-young doesn't think. She runs back. Not because she has to, but because it's the right thing to do. In the OR, she's focused, calm, professional. She helps stabilize the patient. And when it's over, there's no applause, no big speech. Just a quiet nod from the attending. But that's all she needs. Because in that moment, Ye-young remembers who she is. She's not just surviving. She's becoming. Later, Drive. Gu finds her. He doesn't lecture her. He just says, "You did well." That small validation lands deeper than any praise. It's not about being perfect. It's about showing up anyway. Meanwhile, her fellow residents are walking their own tightropes. Pyo Nam-kyung keeps smiling, keeps joking. She's the sunshine of the group. But even she's starting to feel the weight. She notices how much harder Ye-young has it. How little support she's getting. And slowly, she starts to step in, offering help, covering shifts. It's subtle, but it matters. Then there's Kim Sa-bai. She's the textbook genius. Top scores, sharp memory, perfect logic. But logic doesn't always land with patients. One woman asks her, "Why is this happening to me again?" Sa-bai answers clinically. Accurate, yes, but cold. The patient turns away. Later, Sa-bai watches as senior Dr. Koo Do-won takes over. Not with big words, but with a warm hand on the shoulder. Sa-bai realizes something. You don't always have to explain everything. Sometimes, people just want to feel heard. And finally, there's Jae-il. He's still awkward, still adjusting. But he's trying. He wakes up early to check vitals, asks questions, takes notes. At one point, he gently suggests a treatment, just a whisper of a recommendation. The senior nods. Good call. You can see him light up inside. These four aren't perfect. They're exhausted. They're overwhelmed. But they're learning. They're learning what it means to care for patients and for each other. One of the most powerful scenes comes after Ye-young's return. She's sitting in the break room, eyes tired, posture slumped. Nam-kyung sits beside her. No jokes this time. Just company. Sa-bai walks in. Hands her a bottle of water. No words. Jae-il tosses a snack on the table. Grins, just a little. It's messy. It's human. And it's real. Resident Playbook doesn't need dramatic music or over-the-top plots. It trusts its characters. It trusts us. This episode reminds us that strength isn't loud. It's quiet. It's the decision to stay, even when everything in you wants to run. If you've ever felt overwhelmed at work, if you've ever wanted to quit, but stayed for something bigger than yourself, you'll see yourself in this story. Yi Young doesn't bounce back with confidence. But she comes back with clarity. And sometimes, that's even more powerful. If this episode moved you, take a second to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. Resident Playbook isn't just about medicine. It's about becoming the kind of person who keeps going. Even when it's hard. Especially when it's hard. See you next time for episode 3. You're not alone. You're doing your best. And that's more than enough.